going according to faith, we will win it. But all right, nevertheless, without further ado, let's do what we do. All right, because some of us ain't got a clue. All right. Let me start. Let me see here. Where am I going to start at? Let me see here. Okay. How many of y'all are aware that the space missions is named after Greek gods? Huh? Let me do a sound check. Okay, yeah. All right. How many of y'all are aware? And you ought to ask yourself why that is. Now, I got a Bible verse coming to mind right now. What's up? What's up, Jersey? Shalom, fam. Let me see. Psalms 83. Psalms 83. Let me see. Psalms 83. Let me see here. Let me see here. This will do. This ain't what I'm looking for something else. I'll get to it later. All right, Psalm chapter 83. Now y'all keep this in mind when these so-called European Christians and European-minded black folks want you to forgive trespasses. The criminal don't have to ask for no forgiveness, but they expect us to automatically forgive. That's not biblical, okay? Notice they don't. When is these European time gonna be to forgive? Okay, but anyway, all right. Keep not thy silence, O Yah. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yah. If he ain't holding his peace, then what he finna unleash? If he's not holding peace, he finna unleash war. All right. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. Yeah, they'll lift up the head. Now the Pope talking about he the vicar of Christ and saints and all this and that. They done do what they did. But yeah, they lifted up the head. You have to have your head lifted up to even think to do stuff. That took from and added to the Bible. Yeah. I can go on and I can do this all day. But anyway, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people. They always getting together, huddle up, plotting on us. Always. And consulted against thy hidden ones. Boy, the Most High hid us so well, we didn't know who we were. But all right, they have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation. Yeah, you're African American. Now you're Jamaican, you're Caribbean, you are Trinidad and Tobago, you're Haitian. What's that other nation? You're Dominican Republic, you're Brazilian. Yeah, your blood is older than those terms. Your blood is older than those terms. You've been cut off from your original nationality. Come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Right now, you got a, they ain't even a knockoff. You just got imposters. A knockoff is somewhat, but anyway. The knockoff somewhat looks like the original. But you got some pasty folks dipped in mayonnaise passing for the original. So I don't know what to say. But anyway, and I know it ain't all of them. If you ain't our enemies, I'm not talking about you. But if you are an enemy sympathizer, you are an enemy. And you get what you get. All right, now. For they have consulted with one consent. All of them is in agreement with how we getting done. Every last one of them. They're not fighting against it. And if this does not apply to you, then I'm not talking about you. Okay? They They know their history. They know they don't want to be treated like us. That means they are complicit with it and they give their consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and Ishmaelites, Moab and the Hagarenes, Gebal, Ammon, Amalek, Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. That's why I'm not worried about them Palestinians over there. They had their hands in the slave selling us off too. I'm not, that's just like me waiting on me to feel sorry about the Palestinians and the so-called Ish community. It's like me trying to choose between alien and the predator. Both of them gonna kill you. Okay? Pick and poison. When picking poison, pick none. Why you gonna pick you? Anyway? But yeah, the Philistines, just look into that. Ashur is joined with them. But anyway, let me see here. The verse I'm looking for. Hold on. The verse I'm looking for. There it is. Sold to the Greeks. You think because you don't see the Greeks. Let me see here. You think because you don't see no Greeks and they done disappeared, then why are black brothers and sisters caught up in Greek fraternities? Huh? I think it's, let me see. I think that's in Joel. If Greek, y'all do know that the Romans are children of the Greeks. They are children of the Greeks. That's why they call this the Greco-Roman Empire and all this and that, okay? Now, look at here. You have sold the people of Judah and Jerusalem to the... Who else have been sold to the Grecians? Okay, when was them people over yonder masquerading as us? When were they sold? Y'all gonna put this Bible down, put it, either you gonna believe it or you need to heave it. Heave it to the side. Okay? The people of Judah, let me see, Joel 3 and 6. Let me go to the Bible. Okay. Let me see, Joel 3, chapter 6. Joel chapter 3. All right. You have sold unto the Grecians that you might remove them far from their border. Who else have been moved far from their homeland? Huh? I hear Europeans, they go to ask the question, what's this mean? All this. And then they try to make light of us being the people. I said, who else went worldwide into captivity? Crickets every time. It's always crickets. Who else have been scattered worldwide? Nothing. It get quiet then. It gets quiet. Who else been scattered worldwide, and who else is so plenteous that the Most High can scatter them worldwide and kill off millions of them simultaneously? Huh? Who else that the Most High can scatter worldwide and kill off millions at the same time? I don't even know how I got here, but I'm here. I tell you, them Europeans get quiet. And that's a wise thing, especially when you go to speaking against the branches, the roots. Yeah, that's wise. Just be quiet. I don't get puffed up with them, but when they come with that aggression, I check that aggression at the door. All right, now let me get into my lesson. All right, now I guess I'll go this way. I'm gonna get into the Olympics. Y'all know the Olympics is pagan. It's formulated after Greek gods. I'm gonna get into that. Okay. Let me just go this way try to go this way. All right. Now, the Vatican has an advanced technology telescope. Now, these people have waged war with the Most High's people. Let's see, was it Daniel? Let me see here. That's in the book of Daniel. Against the saints. These people have waged war against the saints. All right. And I beheld the same horn made war with the saints and prevail against. There was no such thing as a Christian. Hey, when this verse was given out, there was no such thing as a Christian. That's them Romans coming in, taking out and adding to. There was no such thing as a Christian. Okay? Let me go to Daniel chapter 7. Let me see here. I'm just gonna keep it real. They want to be in on the best of this world and the world to come. But the Messiah said, whosoever will find their life shall lose it. And whosoever shall lose their life, for his sake, go find it. Okay? If you worried about this world, you done found your identity. You done put your stake right here. But there's a major fatal flaw. You're going to die. And then what? Okay? All right, now. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and forever and ever. Then I should know the truth of the fourth beast. We talking about this fourth beast that's ruling right now. All right, go back into some of these lessons, and I'm explaining that. You can go anywhere. Pretty much, even your secular preachers will tell you the fourth beast is Rome. They'll tell you that. But they won't tell you that it's these European Western nations that done took over the whole earth with these Roman-style governments. You're living under a Roman calendar. Oh, yeah. They won't tell you that. When you go to court, you got a Roman court legal term. Yeah, still wage a war on the Most High people. But yeah, let me keep going. All right. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and forever. That's why they can't allow us to have nothing. Okay? Especially those in the know. Then I would know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all the other, exceeding dreadful, whose teeth was iron, nails of brass, was devoured and break in pieces, and stamped the residue with the... Boy, they trust their force. They trust their military. They trust their police. And the Most High he finna slaughter. That's why y'all got them telescopes up there. Y'all up there looking, ain't you? There is a Bible verse where he say he's going to be coming in the clouds. Y'all, that's what you got the telescope for, ain't it? Huh? Yeah. The Bible says, look up. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me keep going. Let me see here. All right. Now, I beheld the same horn, made war with the Most High people, saints, and prevail against them. Until how long was they waging jihad on the Most High chosen people? Until the ancient of days came. That's how long. But who them folks over there in Israel is? They can defend themselves. Who them folks? Okay, if they the people, then when did the ancient of days come? I got some questions. Shalom in the chat. I'm trying to stay focused. Shalom, glad you're here. Hey, who them folks? If they can defend themselves. All right. I got another video called Hat Trick. They done did a mad hat trick on us. And it ain't just them folks with the small hats. But anyway, all right. And the ancient days came in judgment. This is what we always hollering about justice. We talking about some justice. We have mercy. We want justice. No justice, no peace. And when is it coming? Until they gonna wage war and prevail against us until the Most High come and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. And the time came that the saints possessed. We can't even possess land without them stealing it. All right. Okay. Now, I just want y'all to see that. That's why they got that telescope up there. Look, they up there in the stars. Let me give y'all some Bible verses to thread this needle to show y'all, to look at the sky. Let me see here. Let me see. Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, y'all can see that? Okay. All right, now. Mark, let me show y'all. This is the Messiah talking. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory. So, if the so-called Christians was living right, they wouldn't be worried about nothing. if the so-called Christian was living according to Scripture, they wouldn't have had to go all over the earth, stealing land, raping women, destroying the truth, promoting lies, colonizing the Bible, colonizing the names in the Bible, if they live according to Scripture. Huh? So the heathen is looking. So shouldn't we be looking? The heathen is looking. See, when I was out there doing dirt, I used to keep my eyes open. Yeah, I used to keep my eyes open because I done did some dirt. I'm expecting some judgment to be coming my way. So I keep my eyes open. People look like they ain't right. Yeah, I keep my eyes open. That's really too much stress. Right now, I keep my eyes open for the Most High and what He need me to do. All right? But yeah, when you're doing dirt, you can't rest. It get harder for you to sleep. Your future becomes dark. It begins to get harder for you to see your way through. But when you live according to when you walk by faith and not by sight, see, you already know what the end is. All right? All right, now. Let me see. Mark 13:26. Take ye heed, behold, I have foretold you all things, but in those days after the tribulation, the sun shall be darkened. So you need to be looking for signs. These are clocks. Remember in the book of Genesis, the sun and the moon, and it's to be used to tell time. So when you see the sun darken, eclipses and stuff, and the moon not give her light, and the stars of heaven shall fall, and the powers that are in heaven shall be shaken, then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory. He ain't coming back to shake hands, kissing and hugging. He coming back to set the record straight. He coming back to pass judgment. And Brother D-Row, he ain't coming back to shake hands, kissing and hugging. Let them tell it. Let them tell it. The Most High and the Most High and Yahshua love everybody. He's getting along with everybody. It's just gonna be one big party. Let them tell it. They ain't reading the Bible. Okay? Now look here. Okay, let me see here. Now, there was a post going around talking about the Vatican owns a telescope named Lucifer. Well, technically, they are roommates. They are roommates with somebody that owns a telescope named Lucifer. So keep that in mind. What communion does light have with darkness? How can two walk together unless they agree? So, but yeah, let me read some of this. Fact check. In recent days, multiple Facebook. Why is they worried about this? See, if it ain't true. But anyway, they need to fact check them lies they don't put in the Bible. Yes, there's some lies written in the Bible. Do not throw the Bible away. That's why you got the Ruach, the Spirit of Truth, the Holy Spirit, the lie detector to show you what they done went in there. Okay? That's why the Most High is so awesome. In spite of what y'all done did, I'm going to still show my people the truth. In spite of what y'all teach them, they're going to ignore you and follow him. All right, now, let me see here. Attempting to link the Vatican to a telescope. I'm gonna link it to you in this. I'm gonna link the Vatican to a telescope named Lucifer using their own article. Okay? All right, now. The Vatican to a telescope supposedly called Lucifer, a name used to refer to Satan in Christianity and Freemasonry. And some more stuff. But yeah, Lucifer, yeah. One iteration of the claim garnered over 5. They worried about 300 shares. But anyway, let me get down here. The post appears to be referring to the LBT, near infrared spectroscopy utility with camera and integral field unit for extragalactic research. They did some mental gymnastics to make Lucifer out of all that for a telescope, didn't they? They look at that. Look, they went out their way. Yeah. But anyway, They went out their way. But anyway, at the Mountain Graham International Observatory in Arizona. Your second question. If Rome is dead, how do they own a telescope in Arizona? All right. The Lucifer, which was renamed Lucy. Why are you renaming it? Stand on it. What you got to rename it for? Stand on it. See? It's actually an instrument mounted on the large binocular telescope. So it's an instrument. So they put some instrument on the telescope. So they put the devil eyes. No, what I mean by devil, they put the name of they put Lucifer on the telescope, I guess, so they can see clearer. I'm being sarcastic, y'all. But anyway, renamed Lucy in 2000 is actually an instrument mounted on the large binocular telescope, according to Max Planck Institute for Extraterrestrial Physics. The Vatican and its observatory are not among the research institute listed on the LBT Observatory as operating or owning the LBT. But look, in addition to the LBT, the Mountain Graham International Observatory hosts other telescopes, including the Vatican. So that go your link to Lucifer right there. That go your link to Lucifer right there. They is in the same observatory with those that use the Lucifer or whatever. That your link is right there. Okay? But anyway. But they wicked anyway. I mean, they wicked anyway. Let me see me close that. Okay. Now, I read that. Okay, hold on. We go back here. It's just showing you that the Vatican got a telescope. And I just showed you who in the Bible is coming. What might they be looking for? Okay? Revelations chapter 19, verses 11. Who coming? Who the Bible said coming? And I saw heaven, and behold, a white, this is Revelation chapter 19. Behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war. But you listen to these heathens, ain't no righteous war unless they doing it. He didn't say he didn't make war. So if the Messiah in Revelation is making war, then who is he making war against? I just showed you in the book of Daniel, chapter 7, that this fourth beast, which is these Europeans, not all of them, but those not obeying the word. Okay, let me put it like that. Which is Europeans. And everybody else, even our people that's keeping the system going, keeping this beast system, is a mouthpiece for this beast system. All them folks is making war against the Most High chosen and prevailing. Until when? Until the Ancient of Days is come. Okay? Revelation. This is the deliverance right here. The Messiah. This is the deliverance. All right? Within righteousness, he does judge, and we can't get no justice. And they always waging war on us. Oh, Jordan Neely, he can sit back and strangle her. I ain't gonna make light of nobody there, but I'm making light of these so-called Christians that rewarded Jordan Neely millions of dollars for choking out a well-documented black man with mental illness. They always holler mental illness when it's them. But Jordan Neely got rewarded millions of dollars by white Christians for choking a black man out for 15 minutes. Him and two other men. They claim they got these such high IQ, the MacGyvers and the smart people, but they couldn't tie him up with shoestrings. They had backpacks on. They couldn't tie him up with the backpacks. They couldn't sit on it. Huh? And as a response, those making war against the Most High saints are his chosen, because not all of us going to be with the Most High, but those his chosen, I put it like that because everybody that's chosen ain't going to heaven. Because you ain't living right. You're not obeying the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. You ain't, But they rewarded him by giving him millions of dollars. Let me see, can I find that? How many millions did Jordan Neely get? Let me see. I'm pocket watching. It wasn't Jordan Neely. What was that man's name? Daniel Penny. It was Daniel Penny. How many millions did this devil got? $2.9 million. $2.9 million. See, that's warfare. They reach into their pockets. See that? Let me play this video. Nah, I ain't gonna play it. Let me get back into this. I got my message on something else. Let me get on. Let me go this way. Let me see how many long I've been going. 32 minutes. Okay. All right, now. Okay. Let me get back to this Bible verse though. I ain't gonna play that. But yeah. Okay. In righteousness he judged and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. What the Pope got? The Vatican, the triple crown. See that hat trick they doing? Huh? Y'all see that hat trick? I told you I got another video. They call it a tiara. The Pope got many crowns on his head. How many of y'all? Yeah, let me show y'all this hat trick right quick. There it is. There it go. There, in case y'all didn't know. There it is. Yeah, I got another one. Y'all look for it. Hat trick. All right, now let's get back to the Bible verse. Okay. Sitting in the place of the Most High. All right. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had the name written that no man knew but himself. So this is Messiah. Don't nobody know this name. That's why I stopped nitpicking old folks that don't know, you know. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. The Messiah he got blood on his clothes. And his name is the Word of Yah. That's how you know it's the Messiah. John chapter 1 in Genesis, let us make man in our image. All right. And the armies which were in heaven followed him, and upon horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. Well, he said, look, he coming in the heavens, right? Okay. That's what, and you wonder why the Vatican got a telescope? Huh? And you wonder why the United States got a space force? Cause they've been waging holy jihad on us since we've been here. The United Snakes. Yeah. You wonder why they got it? Yeah. When you doing dirt, yeah, watch your back. Yeah, they'll tell y'all these lies. These so-called aliens, y'all think they is the Most High angels and these Satan's demons. Yeah, they're aliens. They wasn't created to be on the earth in the first place. So yeah, they're aliens. Yeah, the United States Space Force. But you black folks, the force ain't with you. It's against you. All right, let me keep reading. All right, now. All right. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth goeth a sword, sharp two-edged sword, and with it he should smite the nation. He ain't come back to shake hands. I think I'm going to play that song on the way out when I end the video. Judgment. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. Get in line. You ain't gonna obey. Okay, go to hell then. Die. Buzzards come eat. And he treaded the winepress of the fierceness. Remember, Psalm 83. David was telling the Most High, don't hold no peace, huh? But let them tell you ain't supposed to pray like that. These folks out here running wicked, running wild, raging war on us, unprovoked, and we ain't supposed to pray judgment. And the Most High started destroying our enemies, huh? Where they do that at? The white Christians believe in destroying their enemies. Look at what they doing all over the earth. But y'all don't question the white Christians for destroying their enemies. But if we start destroying ours, y'all got a problem with it. That's that slave theology. All right? That's why they got you Negro preachers in these secret societies to keep y'all on wraps, keep you misguided, keep you colonized and slave-minded. But yeah. Treadeth the winepress with the fierceness of wrath of Almighty Yah, and he hath on his clothes and vestes, and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. All right. There's another one where he's feeding people to buzzards. Hold on. It's another verse where he's feeding people to buzzards. Is it chapter 9? Let me see here. Hold on. Maybe I didn't read down far enough. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I didn't read down far enough. Getting ahead of myself. Verse 17, and I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice. I know y'all said this Negro voice is loud. Been this way my whole life. Been this way my whole life. I used to have to learn to not in classrooms. Yeah. But anyway. And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying, to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great God. See, the righteous got a supper, and the wicked got a difference. The righteous gonna attend the supper of the Lamb, and the wicked gonna be the supper to the buzzards. Let me read it to you. Hold on. This is the Elohim of the Bible that they don't tell y'all about. But this is the one you finna get ready to see. Do it look like the Most High of heaven is smiling down on the earth with all that's going around? Huh? Check the temperature. Does it look like he's feeling happy with all that's going around, all this death, hell, and this? Does it seem like Most High is happy with the earth? Huh? Okay, then. If it doesn't seem happy now, then what you think it's going to be like when he returns? All right? Now. Okay, now. That ye may eat the flesh of kings, the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, the upper echelon, the elite, those running the show. Y'all coming down, Jack, and the flesh of horses and them that sat on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. These are wicked folks, y'all. And I saw the beast. Remember, Daniel was talking about the last beast in the end. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. They was already making war against his children. In order for these Europeans and this beast to stay on top, they got to get rid of us. They got to. Look at what we've done, and we're not even. And we look what we created in slavery with nothing. They got to come back. They got to come and do a Black Wall Street. They got to come and destroy your town, because the Most High put the earth in our hands. But let me say this: it ain't our job to overthrow this government. I'm showing to you in the Bible. The Messiah gonna do the overthrowing of the government. Ain't nothing they can do about it. Okay. All right, now. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them, and had received the mark of the beast and them that worship his image. And these were cast alive into the lake of fire, burning with brimstone. Somehow I see this as a worse punishment than ordinary people going to hell. It's still going to be bad. But they're going to be in there with their flesh. They're going to be begging to be dead to go to hell. That's what it looked like to me. Why would it say the beast and the false prophet? The false prophet. Let me see. And the beast was taken and him. Why are they going to be cast alive into the lake of fire? Think about that one. That sounds like they punishment going to be Way worse than everybody else. It's going to be a anyway, that's them. And the remnant was slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh. In order for the righteous to have to go to the marriage supper of the Lamb, to a time where we can kick back and relax, these devils got to be destroyed. You can't have no good, peaceful get together with the devils running around, running the show, can you? All right, then. All right. Let me see here. Now, I done went over that. Okay, now, how the planets got their names. And we all know that they got them from Greek and Roman names. Look. So I just want you to know this information. Okay, the Most High made them, but just know that they done renamed them. They done took the Most High's glory out of everything. See that? That's the purpose of renaming stuff. You are taking the Most High print, taking his trademark, taking his glory, diminishing the light. That's what you're doing. All the planets except for Earth were named after Greek and Roman gods and goddesses. All right? Now, I'm not going to get into all this stuff. Y'all can do a Google search and you want to read it. Or, you can pause it and read it. Because I don't want to read what these gods are. I'm not giving them no props, what they were named for. Just know that they're pagan. If you want to know all that, just make sure your feet is anchored to the word and the truth. Okay? But yeah, Greek and Roman. See that? All that. All right? And here's that. Just type in what are the planets named after. Okay? How did the planets get their name? Let me see what NASA got there. See how long this video is. Let me see if it ain't but a few minutes. Y'all can't hear that, can you? No, y'all can't hear that. Hold on. I'm going to play it back. Hold on. Let me stop sharing. I'm going to go back. Since this is on topic, I didn't play that other video because it ain't on topic. But yeah, I'll show y'all where y'all can go look at it, though. Okay. I don't know what I ain't vetted this video, so I don't know what he's gonna say, but it's 1 minute and 46 seconds. I have faith in the Most High Spirit in me be able to decipher this madness, okay?
So if you stick back in time, thousands of years ago, people knew about the brightest planets pretty much everywhere. These are Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. Pretty much every culture knew about these 5 planets, which they could easily see up in the sky. They had different names for them, names that we use now in English. These come from the Roman names. And that's because the early astronomers in Europe wrote in Latin, and Latin was the language of the Roman Empire, so we ended up with these Roman names after the Roman gods: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. If we keep on going outward, we have 3 more things that historically have been called planets. You have Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. These are Greek or Roman names. These planets weren't seen by the Greeks or Romans, but because the discoverers wanted their planets to fit in with the existing theme of the mythology of the existing planets. And all these are totally different than the inner planets because these were discovered more recently. They're fainter and they move more slowly. You can't see them with your naked eye. You have to use a telescope, and that's how they were discovered. But since then, as telescopes have gotten bigger and bigger, and astronomers keep finding smaller and smaller things in the solar system, and we discovered some things that are just a couple of meters across, like literally the size of a person. And we've discovered thousands of Kuiper Belt objects, which are more or less like Pluto, a little smaller, a little further away, but the same basic idea. Some people still call it a planet, but oftentimes it's called a dwarf planet. That's what the International Astronomical Union says, is the group responsible for naming things. The issue with Pluto is you're trying to define a fuzzy line between a planet and not a planet.
Now, if them telescopes is really spotting planets, then why are we looking at computer-generated images? I'm just asking a question. If they really, that's really what they're seeing. Why are we getting the CGI images?
A fuzzy line between a planet and not a planet, and it boils down to size. So there's so much more in the solar system to name. There's moons, asteroids.
But anyway,
Comets, rings, Kuiper belt objects, craters.
That was a computer-generated image. I'm just saying. Let me show you.
Objects, craters. Because we're humans, we want to name these things. It gives us a connection. Fuzzy line between a planet and not a planet, and it boils down to size. So there's so much more in the solar system to name. There's moons, asteroids, comets, rings.
Now you could clearly tell that's not the real image of so-called Saturn. You can clearly tell. If they really seeing these things, then why is we getting this? That's all I want to know. Just like I said in that video, I forgot, is that, the Earth. Let me see. Talking about the Earth, the shape of the Earth and stuff. Oh, yeah, like clockwork. That video, like clockwork. Well, I was talking about if they really went to the moon, why are they're not building anything on it? Why ain't they setting up shop on the moon? Set up supplies on the moon. Think about it. All the judgment take place on the earth, right? Right? So if they can escape earth, then won't they be free from judgment? All the judgment take place on the earth, right? So if they could get off the earth, which I don't think it's a closed system, it's closed, then they should be free from judgment. But now they're going to bypass the moon. Now they talking about going to Mars. Yeah, hey, they're going to bypass the moon. Now they talking about Mars. Anyway, y'all check that out. I know it's that like clockwork video. I think I did it before this one, but anyway.
Kuiper belt objects, craters. Because we're humans, we want to name these things. It gives us a connection to the huge universe around us.
Okay, why all of them got European names? White names. So I guess they the only people that gets to name stuff. Because they are the one that's ruling, like the Bible said. Before any of y'all think the Bible is a white man book, then why do he destroy himself in the end? And why do you see his destruction coming now? If it's a white man book, they went in there and edited it. Okay.
Thousands of years from now, people are still going to be naming planets as we continue to explore the world around us.
Yeah, I don't think they've been there either. The Bible says a firmament. You look at that word firmament in Genesis. That means it's something solid. You see what I'm saying? That means it's something solid. Now, I can't tell you what it looked like, but I'm not buying no lies that they telling. You understand? I'm not buying no lies that they telling. Here's some more paganism. All a moon mission. Look, Apollo. That's one of their gods. Okay? I'm not buying nothing. These folks don't give me no reason. Hey, the only trust these people give me, the trust that they're going to keep lying, trust they're going to keep trying to kill us, trust that they're going to keep destroying, trust they're going to keep doing Satan's will. That's the only trust that I trust that they're going to do. All right? But yeah. But anyway. All right. Let me see here. It's ask yourself. And the word NASA in Hebrew is similar to the word. One of those is kind of means deception. If you look it up in Hebrew, NASA kind of means deception. Okay, it's close. It's awfully close. But anyway, why NASA names this spacecraft after ancient Greek gods? Job chapter 3, you done sold the children of Judah to the Greeks. They the same people. They just, just like I descended from my ancestors. I'm the same as them. I just got a different name. Okay? But anyway. That's just something else I want you. Let me see. Can I get rid of this? Guess not. Throughout its 64-year history, NASA has named several of its spacecraft and missions after Greek gods and mythological figures. But what is the connection between NASA and ancient Greek mythology? But anyway, it's paganism. Okay? You ask yourself why? But in God, they trust. But this is where they hard at. They name your days of your week. Your days of the week name out of the pagan god. But this is a godly nation. Just a quick Google search. Just a quick Google search. And these gods that they trust. See. But this is a godly nation. But they got the judicial system. They got a Roman beast judicial system. They got a Roman beast mottos on their military. Simplify. All those military. Yeah, that's Latin. You got Ordo Noro Seclorum, New World Order or something. Latin. But the Romans is dead. Okay, did the kingdom suffer a wound and did heal? And the people still running around? Huh? Why else would they be promoting Roman stuff if they are not a part of Rome? Why else would they be putting fascists in the White House? The symbol of Roman authority. For those of you who don't know. Let me see. Was it in the Senate or House of Representatives? One of them. Let me type it in. Let me see here. Why they got these up in there? This is the symbol of Roman authority. Right there. The symbol of Roman authority. Huh? It's everywhere, but Rome is dead, y'all. Let me see what they got. Sensitive content. Let me see. Let me just zoom in on the picture. How about that? The picture is pretty accurate. Now look, Hitler was even Hitler was in. He was a Roman Catholic. So either way you go. But yeah. Look at that. This is United States dying. They go look at that. What's that? Lincoln Memorial. Look. George Washington hiding the fascists. Let me see here. Roman magistrate. What do they call the judges here? Magistrates. Hey, y'all, the Bible is undefeated. The Bible is undefeated. I found this by studying the Bible. No lie. The Bible is undefeated. I can't explain how he showed it to me, but hey, I'm telling you where I found it. But hey, but yeah, the Bible is undefeated. See, I look at the Bible when people say Rome is dead, so the Bible is wrong. They say that's it. I'm trying to connect what we see today with the Bible. I'm not looking for something. See the Bible. I'm looking to see what we looking at today, how it connects to the Bible. While some people are looking at trying to disconnect. They ain't gonna never be able to see it. Because you looking to disprove instead of trying to weigh out the evidence. You ain't gonna never be able to see it. Yeah. Hey, George Washington I don't know. that pose right there, I don't know. I don't know now. There are rumors about him and them little boys. Hey, I ain't thoroughly investigated, so I'm not saying. But that Hellfire Club and stuff, yeah. But anyway, let me get back over here. That don't look like no man stand to me. But anyway, let me move on. Let me see here where I'm at. Okay. Let me close some of these tabs. Okay. Space exploration. All right. Okay, I didn't. But anyway, the space system, the space mission named after Greek god and stuff like that, mythological Artemis. Look, just look. These pagan gods. See? Mars is a pagan god. They promoting what they are doing. They are promoting their gods. We supposed to be promoting the Most High of the Bible, the only one. They are promoting theirs, and we supposed to be promoting the only one to the world. That's what naming this stuff after pagan god does. They are promoting their deity. Days of the week, their deity. Now you got they done went into the Bible and took over Easter. Let me show y'all when I said that it's a misprint in the Bible. That they done put a lie in there. Here it is right here. Hold on. Acts 12:4. That is not a Hebrew holiday. Acts 12:4. Easter. Now, let's do a quick Google search. You ain't gonna find Easter but one time in the Bible. So what happened? Let's go to the I got it right here. Acts 12:4. Let me share this. I'm gonna show you that they added that word. And it's not a victimless crime. Let me see. I've been going about an hour. Let me wrap this up. Getting long-winded. Let me see here. Where is it at? Okay, here it is over here. They arrested Peter and put him in prison, handing him over to be guarded by 4 squads of soldiers. Let me see, to Easter. Where is it at? See that? Passover. That's what it's supposed to be. That's what it's supposed to be, Passover. The feast of the Passover going all the way back to Exodus. The Passover lamb. But now you got white Jesus and the Passover ham. That's why I got that white Jesus up there with the pigs in the background. He come to bring the ham. Not the lamb. He bringing the ham. The Passover. Let me see. Acts 12:4. Y'all see what it is? Pascha. Passover. Not no Easter. That's why you ain't going to see it but one time in your Bible. Because they added that word in there. See? Let me see here. They start correcting it. They got Easter right here. See that? Easter. But it right here, when you go to looking up what words and the meaning of the words, you got Passover. You ain't got no Easter right there. Okay? Easter is another pagan god. Ishtar. That's why when you go to church, you get this. That's why you got this. That's why you got this in the church. Hold on. Where is this in the Bible? Huh? Show me in the Bible where they had eggs. Easter eggs. Show me that. When did the Passover become the rabbit and the eggs? And because you worshiping another god. Okay? Greek Easter. Boy. All right, let me get back. Let me wrap this lesson up. Hold on. All right, I covered that. Let me close out some of these tabs. Okay, now. How many of y'all familiar with the Lady Columbia? Y'all heard of Columbia pictures? Huh? Before Lady Liberty, Lady Columbia, another pagan god. Remember, Space Shuttle Columbia. Hold on. There go your Space Shuttle Columbia right there. Okay. They going back up there where they think they gods is at. Yeah, they promoting their gods. Okay? Okay? All right. I want y'all to don't sleep on that now. Don't sleep. Now, before Lady Liberty, there was Lady Columbia, America's first national mascot. The forgotten figure symbolized the hopes and myth of the early United States. I said lies. The indomitable. That means can't nobody rule over her. Let me see. That word look like, yeah, if I'm saying can't nobody dominate you, let me see what that word, let me look that word up. Let me see. It look like can't nobody overthrow you. That's what they look like. Hold on. Indomitable. It look like can't nobody overthrow you. Yep. Incapable of being overcome, subdued, or vanquished. We gonna see. We watching America burn now. So how about y'all gods? How about y'all gods, huh? Stand beside her and deprive her. Shalom, two of y'all. Shalom, all. Yeah. They said Lady Columbia can't be overthrown. But we know Satan is known for lying. The indomitable Lady Columbia defeated the United States with her snazzy patriotic shield. Okay. All right, then. All right, then. We know they all they do is lie. So okay. Oh me. All right. But anyway, let me wrap this lesson up. Y'all can look that up. It's the Smithsonian Magazine. Let me see what I typed in. I typed in the Statue of Liberty, Columbia. And then I scrolled down before Lady Liberty. Y'all see it. There go my reference right there. All right. Now let's get to these Olympians. Yeah, the Olympics. Why y'all thinking about them the Olympics? Paganism. Okay? Let me read you a little bit of it. In ancient Greek religion, they are promoting their God. But the Greeks are dead, but okay, why we got the Olympics still? Huh? Okay? If the Greeks are dead, why will some of these black folks are ready to kill you for talking about their Greek sororities? Negro, use a Negro. You ain't Greek, Negro. Anyway, in ancient Greek religion and mythology, the 12 Olympians are the major, that's another word for God, deity of the Greek pantheon, commonly considered to be Zeus. I ain't finna name all these. Y'all see what it say up there. I don't even want to utter these things. I don't even want to speak their name. How about that? So you getting together in honor of religion. Y'all picking up. You getting together commemorating their gods. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. Anyway, let me see how long this is. I want to see what it said. If it ain't too long, I'll let it play.
Did you know that although he is a prominent god...
No, that's 20 minutes. I'm going to holler at y'all. I ain't got time. That's 20 minutes. Y'all see it down there? Nope, thank you. Nope. I'm like, oh boy, nope. All right, now. How many of y'all aware that what Nike means? Look at Nike. Webster Merriam unabridged, the meaning of Nike is the Greek goddess of victory. They promoting their God. So how much more should we be promoting ours? Huh? Huh? We gonna promote the Most High to, well, death can't even do us part. Death gonna reunite us. See, we ain't gonna, when we die, we going to be with us. That's what the script say. So death can't depart us. No. Death can only unite us. Everywhere you look, every corner you turn, they got their gods somewhere. They got their gods somewhere. What is this, Dimension 6? See that? But anyway, I'm not going to even get into that, down that rabbit hole. Dimension 6. Anyway, let me move on. That's just another name. Now, this is something you need to know about how they got the name Columbia. Shalom, Brother Stephen. You got time, you come on in, let me know. All right, anybody else? Anybody else want to come on, let me know. Matter of fact, I'll put the link in the chat right now. Let me see here. Let me see here. Huh? Okay. Let me put this in the chat. I'm going to drop it in the chat. Anybody want to come up? All right, now. Drop it in the chat. Okay, now. Columbia, poetic name for the United Snakes of America. Earlier for the British colonies, there 1730s also the nation's female personification from the name of Christopher the rapist, child molester, and thieving Columbus. So Columbia, America's indomitable pagan god, is part female. It's named after Christopher Columbus. Ain't that something? Huh? Ain't that something? Anyway, we all know America promotes their villains. We all know America promotes their villains. Shalom, speak your mind.
Shalom, shalom, my brother.
Shalom.
Why you bringing it out,
Yeah. When I see this stuff, man, I get mad, man.
Bring it out, bring it out.
Yeah, chip in when you got. I'll chip in whenever you feel like it.
All right.
All American. So they've been killing us and stealing our land and raping the women and raping the men, raping everybody. And this is their God, one of them. Ain't that something? So, with the other image of Columbia with the American flag. So, when you don't worship that flag, they get mad, don't they? I'm looking for that flag. Let me see here. Think about this one. You disrespecting the flag. Hold on. It's hard for me to find it now. Hold on. Let me see here. Now this flag got a whole other meaning to you, don't it? Let me see. Columbia flag. But I showed it earlier. Now it's getting here one. If Uncle Sam had a bride, I guess this would be her. If he had a bride, I guess this would be her.
Hey, even back then, that woman looked masculine, don't she?
Yeah. Well, she got her name from Christopher Columbus. Anyway, let me bring this on. Let me chat in when you get ready. Sam ain't my uncle. I don't know what he talking about. I don't know what they talking about. But anyway, let me move on. Let me see here. Okay, now, have y'all ever seen this? The so-called Statue of Freedom. Y'all can't see this, can you? Hold on. I've seen this on several. Y'all ain't never seen this?
Yeah, I've actually saw the picture.
Yeah, look.
I was watching a TikTok the other week, man, and it's a brother that went to to the British Museum, and they got a picture. You know that they look like it looks like an Indian, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was when I first saw it.
No, the actual picture is an Israelite man.
Is it?
The picture that they fashioned that after is an Israelite man.
And they done made a woman out of it because I can see breast on it. But that's what they get into though. That's what they do. They get into that. Right there on the United States Capitol. On the Capitol Dome, and then they get mad when Obama put the rainbow. They might well put the rainbow up there. Look. But anyway, let me get well, I didn't know that.
Yeah. That was an Israelite man, a so-called black man.
Mm.
And when he went to the museum, in the Native American part of the museum, it's not in there. Yeah. You have to set an appointment to get into this special room. And it's the only picture in that whole room. They got it hid. So
you can see who he really looked, what he really looked like.
That's right, but you got to know to ask for
it. Okay. Here goes some more colonization and lying. Where is Lent in the Bible? Lent, I'm gonna tell y'all, in case y'all don't know what Lent is. Lent is that stuff I got more of in my pocket than I do money. Lent is after I dry the clothes, or after we dry the clothes. That's what you have to clean out the dry. Lent. That's what Lent is. So, in other words, Lent is worthless. But this is what the heathen call Lent in the Christian church. Where is this at in the Bible? But anyway, ask yourself, whenever you observing holidays, ask yourself, where is this at in the Bible? See, that's what I started doing that. I'm like, wait, this ain't even in the Bible. But anyway, it's like pulling back stuff, and roaches just running everywhere, trying to get away. Yeah. Anyway, all right. In the Christian church, a period, notice it didn't say Hebrew, a period of pentennial preparation for Easter. We already showed you what Easter is. So they getting ready to serve Ishtar. Why wouldn't they serve Ishtar? Ishtar is the goddess of fertility, right? They having trouble reproducing, so why wouldn't they serve Ishtar? Huh? Yeah, I'm mocking them in case y'all didn't catch it.
Hey, Hebrew, I'm finna try to find that video or that picture of that statue you showed.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Give me a second.
All right. Y'all need to cry louder to Ishtar. Y'all need to cry louder. That's y'all fertility god. She ain't hearing y'all prayers. Y'all been worshiping Ishtar religiously year after year after year after year after year after year, and y'all population been shrinking and shrinking and shrinking and shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. Y'all gonna have to cry louder. Maybe she's going on a journey. Maybe she's busy. Here's one. Maybe she don't exist. How about that? Yeah, how about that? Yeah, let me borrow some of our lies of the prophet, mocking these false gods and stuff. Yeah. Huh? All you Negroes with this stuff up in y'all so-called houses of worship. Yeah, y'all going to hell right along with them if y'all don't repent. Okay? Let me see here. Let me see, where was I at? All right. Yeah, y'all gonna have to cry louder to Ishtar. Y'all worshiping Ishtar, or y'all might have to just repent. How about that? At this point, what are y'all gaining by worshiping the fertility goddess and y'all ain't getting no fertility going on? Huh? In Western churches, that's code word for white, mostly, because you got Negroes bringing this stuff up in there too. All right, it begins on Ash Wednesday. See, when I go to thinking about ashes and Lent, I don't see no life in that. Dust to dust and ashes to ashes. No fertility, and they keep on passing. But all right, now. But anyway, Ash Wednesday. But okay, I just want y'all to see this paganism. Okay? All right, let me keep going. That how is the fourth beast? How is the fourth beast telling the churches what they're gonna be worshiping? Because they are the fourth beast. They ruling. Those that have no love for the word and no love for the truth, the fourth beast rule over you. All right? Let me move on. It's just different Easter schedules and stuff. It's amazing. But this here is accurate here pretty much. It's amazing how they teach people don't worry about keeping the days in the Bible, but you break your neck and bend over backwards, worshiping Rome. The beast holidays, you bend over backwards. Let me close this out. Hold on. All right, now, let me get into this. How many of y'all familiar with this? You got anything, Brother Stephen?
Oh, yeah. I sent you that video.
Oh, my phone didn't. Sometimes my phone go off and sometimes it don't. Let me send it to I'm gonna send it to my computer. Hold on. Let me see here. Okay, yeah, I see it now. I was surprised they let him in there.
Yeah, he had to set up a he had to set up a special visit.
Oh, okay. Trying to share it. Okay. Hold on, let me share my screen. Hold on. All right, let me see here. See, can y'all do I'm gonna do a sound check. Let me know if you can hear it. Can you hear it?
Yeah, it's playing.
Okay.
How you doing? So this is level 4, all right? So this section is prints and drawings, all right? As you can see, prints and drawings. Now, in this room right here, you could go up in here and they have a lot of paintings and drawings, right? But what I'm looking for, okay, I keep telling y'all what I'm looking for. I came here day before yesterday to look for this, but a lady who worked here said, hey, you know what? They have this picture that I'm looking for in a private section, and you have to set up a private viewing. My question is, how are you just able to walk into the Native American section, North America and Mexico? Then this right here is supposed to be here, but it's not. All right. She said, no, you have to make a special appointment. So I already told y'all how I got this appointment, right? So I'm on the search, lineage. I'm on the search, looking for the emblem of America. So come on, mate. We gotta find it, okay? All right. Boom.
Yep.
That's it, ain't it?
Yep. And he dark as all get out.
Just as black as he want to be.
Yeah.
Can I just flip through the pages? Oh, that's the only picture here, right? Well, just this, yeah. So when was this? What was the information on that in terms of when was it printed or created? I'll find out. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So I'm in the private room right now, and Yes, please. Yes. Thank you. So I'm in the private room right now, and I had to sign a little waiver. Okay, so yeah, man, this is real. It's real. It exists. It's in the British Museum in the private section, and you have to have a private um, appointment to come see this.
But they only present to you the white so-called $5 Indian.
That's right. But that right there go to show you who they encountered when they
When they
got
got,
over here.
yeah, yep. See, come, let us cut them off from being a nation. We're not gonna tell you
That's
your
right.
real. We ain't gonna tell you real history. We're gonna book ban like run to Satan. We're gonna book ban. We're gonna lie. We're gonna not mention what y'all had going on. Yeah, that way you're gonna get your sense of nationality.
So they have the black and white, and then they have the colored. Emblem of America. That's what the original Americans look like.
That's it, Hebrew.
Okay. Just showing a little courtesy. Okay.
All praise to the Most High.
All praise. Let me see here. Let me get back to.
Hey, I'm gonna ask you a question before you get back over there.
Okay.
Now, how many of our people in their lifetime get to visit the British Museum?
Shoot, little no. Shoot. Like I said, I got lint in my pockets.
Hey, so the point that I'm making, warriors, is 98% of us will never see that,
Right.
and we'll believe what we told,
Yeah, and that's by design.
that alien forehead looking Lakota woman that was trying to get the IUIC brothers thrown in jail, talking about they was guns. They would have us to believe that those are the real original inhabitants of America.
Mm.
Her forehead look like it's a 12 or 13 head.
Part Nephilim, huh?
Yeah, she looked like a Nephilim.
I'm telling you, when I go to see them big 5 head, I got a big head now. But them saw girl, they got a little extra.
Now that woman head looked like a Nephilim, Hebrew. And she was on there talking about how they men need to get their guns and we got to defend our land. You know
What
why?
lane?
Because they was on a reservation teaching them the scriptures. But listen, just like that woman from over there in where the small hats had said that the biggest threat to their people is the young black
Oh yeah,
people that's
I
over
got
there.
that.
Those people on those
I got that.
reservations feel like we the threat to them. You know why? Because they know who we are.
Right. I got that. Hold on. That little clip. Let me see here. I still got it over here. Yeah, talking about black youth is the threat.
Yeah, yeah. And
What's her name?
that's why that woman was talking about we the threat to them people on that reservation because she know they not the people.
Yep. Look here.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. Black Lives Matter starts there. I had last week a dinner, sit-down dinner at my house for 40 people, which are considered the leadership of the black community and very important people. They can be part of our doing an activity.
So she paying Negroes to be part of their agenda. That's basically what she said. See, you didn't catch that, did you? You there? He maybe got a phone call or so. Let me keep going. Yeah, that's basically what she said. They got Negroes on the payroll. I ain't surprised. But let me get to this. All right. Anti-racist slam blackface used in Spain Epiphany parades. Alcor, Spain, Barcelona, Madrid. Anti-racism activists in Spain have called for a ban on the use of blackface seen in many of the country's traditional epiphany. When are they going to have an epiphany that the Bible that they so-called observing is talking about black folks? When is that epiphany going to happen? When is they going to have an epiphany for a love of the truth? But anyway, all right. But this is what they get together and do every year. They said this is in honor of the three wise men. So they admitting that the wise men, at least one of them was black, huh? So they all of them gonna dress like wise men. You know what I think this is? This is when what they doing is commemorating when they ran the black folks, the black Jews out of Spain and Portugal. That's what they doing. That's what it looked like to me. We have our faces painted black because it's always been done, and it's a great way for the local children of Alcoy to know how to be unable to know who we are. But anyway, let me see. I got another. You got something you got to say? This is what this supposed to be. The three wise men. Three Kings Day. Let me see here. But this is what it's supposed to be, the wise men. But I learned late that all of them, you know, they teach you, you know, over here, all of them is white. Y'all know the wise man that was talking about the Messiah star in the east. You got a script or something? But this is what it's supposed to be about. You got all kind of breadcrumbs everywhere.
Go ahead, Hebrew.
Okay, they got all kind of breadcrumbs everywhere, but they mocking. You just have to sift through. You have to sift through the stuff. That's why you got the spirit of truth, okay? See that Epiphany, a complete guide to the Three Kings Day and Epiphany. Those all of them dressed in black though. They know. But anyway, I just want to show y'all that they got more than one holiday. This is a custom over here. This is a custom. These are your so-called. You see that? They telling you who original the Arabs and stuff were. But look, they got some white woman up in the middle of it. But anyway, this is what they do every year. You chime in when you get ready. I got a video right here.
Yeah, go ahead. I didn't leave you. I went over there to send you that video of that Lakota, that so-called Lakota woman.
Oh.
With that 16 head.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, let me play this. Let me see.
Go ahead.
I might have to go out and come back in. Might have to go out and come back in. Hold on. I need to get some of these tabs.
I need to go out.
No, me.
Okay.
Tabs. I'm losing my place. Yeah. Close some of these dirty tabs. All right. Close that. Bring this to a close. Close these tabs down. Okay, now I can focus better. Okay, now I'm gonna be downloading that when I Okay, right here. Now you should be able to hear the sound. Hold on. Did you see them cones, Brother Stephen?
No, I didn't see it.
Same country. This is Spain. Look at them cones right there. They're on the screen right now.
Oh yeah.
Where you think the Klan got it from? You
That's
got
where they
Spanish
got it
Christians.
from.
Thank you. Thank you. But anyway, these are the same people that you just saw a few minutes ago. Same country with blackface on. Now, they God don't even move.
Hey,
They God
can't walk.
yeah, they God can't do nothing. They God can't get their population cracking. For those of you who might say, well, your God gets you. No, if you read your Bible, you'll know exactly why we in this mess. Because we weren't obeying ours. And he said, y'all is on the y'all is in the frying pan. Go ahead, Steph.
Hey, like Abraham told his daddy. You know, Abraham's daddy was a God maker. He was the one that made all the false gods in the city in the city of Chaldee.
Yeah.
When Abraham came along, Abraham started breaking them all.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He threw one of them in the fire. And he asked his dad, he said, well, why he didn't get up?
Why God can't get out the fire?
Yeah. Why he didn't get up?
Why he didn't know Abraham would come in there and destroy him? None of them gods could defend themselves against poor Abraham. Yeah, they is. Somebody said they hugging themselves mighty tight. Yeah, they is mighty tight. And we all know how they get out. Yeah, them old Catholic scandals and stuff. Yeah, they mighty close. Now, if you look at some of them sororities, them Greek sororities, they be just like this. Am I lying?
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep it all the way 100. Some Greek sororities, men be so I'm like, man, what in the hell? Anyway. All right. Anyway. The KKK is a Christian organization. Okay.
Hey, the United States is a Christian country.
Yep. So, hey, in God, they trust. You hear me? Look, the KKK leader, we're a Christian organization. Claims the Klan is not a hate group. Remember, I just showed you the Spanish Capriots with them cone hats on. Them people come from over there. The president of a Virginia Ku Klux Klan group claims that the KKK is a faith-based Christian organization that does not. Now, you believe that? Yeah. Look at that. That's that spitting cobra. They don't condone it. They don't do nothing about it, so what they do, condoning.
That's right.
they got a history, but where is they at? Where is they at calling out they rogue brothers and sisters? You know, the
Silence
ones
is, silence is complicit.
Thank you. I guess they say if you crazy enough to believe that, you can believe that.
Hey, Hebrew, go to Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9.
All right. All right, here it is. Revelation 2 and 9. I want
Yep.
Revelation.
Then precept that with 3 and 9.
I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
That's who they are, Hebrew. That's who they are.
That's a religious aspect, ain't it? Synagogue.
That's right.
That's
right.
That's worshiping religion, ain't it?
That's right. Now read 3 and 9.
All right. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee.
That's right.
Right now they think the Most High don't love us. Now he getting us back in line. But yeah, he getting us back in line. Oh yeah. There go your Spanish hood. And y'all already know what the Klan hood look like. Look at that Capri. Y'all already know what the Klan hood look like. It's just a little shorter hood. And they still up to no good. Yeah. Let me see here. And here's something else. These constellations. They got pagan names. Constellations. All right. That's just another thing. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm gonna do some Bible verses. I just want y'all to see the paganism and even in this. See, even in this, but the Bible do say look for the star. I'm finna get into that. I'm gonna clarify. All right. Let me see here. Acts chapter 12, verse 9. All right. Wait a minute. 2 and 19. Well, it must be time for me to get off of here. I'm putting down wrong stuff now. Oh, yeah, 139. Okay, hold on. All right, 2 and 9, 19. Acts chapter 2, verse 19. All right. Let me go up here. This is quoting the book of Joel. All right. But this is that which was spoken by the prophet Joel. And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith Yah, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. Looking at some of these churches today, you can't tell nothing. You can't see the Most High. You see the world in the church. But anyway, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. And on my servants, that's how you're gonna this is how you're gonna know they heals. And on the Most High servants and on his handmaids, I will pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy. And I will show wonders in the heaven above. So yes, look to the heavens, but don't worship them. Okay, be careful, because they done put their gods everywhere. Go, I feel like you got something to say.
No, go ahead, bring it out, Hebrew.
I will show wonders in the heaven above. I know they teach you don't look up there, but that ain't what the Bible, that ain't what the book say. Now Satan has corrupted everything. You open your Bible, you can see what they done manipulated. But you keep on reading and studying, the Most High he gonna show you. All right? And signs in the earth. So look to the earth. I didn't say worship it. Look for the signs. This is a clock right here. It's telling you what time it is. It's telling you to see another season. They always talk about your breakthrough. This is how you're going to break through. Keeping up with the time. One way you can break through. And signs in the earth beneath, blood, blood, blood. Sound like warfare to me. Sound like some death. So, they don't want to preach on this. Some blood and fire, 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 and vapor of smoke. Destruction. Huh? They said the last days. But if your pastor ain't telling you that it's death and destruction and blood coming, hey, better read that book yourself. Look here. So don't y'all be worried. If you worried, just get closer to the Most High. Because he said he has not given us a spirit of fear. He said he going to kick in when you get ready. He going to show wonders in the heaven above, signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke. Boy, it sounds like some destruction right there.
So what you're saying is we gotta trust the Most High. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Glean out to our own understanding.
Finish your script. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna go to Joel where it's at. Then let me write it. You let me write it down.
No, I'll wait on you. I got it cocked and loaded. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. And the stars be turned to darkness, and the moon and the blood. Does this sound like peace and happiness and sun and bright shiny days? The sun gonna be turned to darkness. That sounds like some explosion and fire. I don't know what it is. Eclipses, I don't know. I'm guessing. And the moon and the blood before the great and notable day of Yahweh come. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of Yahweh shall be. Okay, where's his name at? But anyway, y'all better get right. Have your heart pure, okay? I couldn't help but know they took his name. Let me show y'all. I'm not. Let's see. I'm gonna show y'all that it's a name right there. And I'm not gonna try to tell you which one, but it's mighty funny they took it out the Bible and don't nobody know it. You don't find that suspicious, Stephen?
Very suspicious.
They took it out the Bible. You don't find that suspicious? Yeah.
Come on, man.
Come on. Well, I lost my spot. Hold on. Okay. I lost my spot. Let me see. 12. Let me see here. Book of Acts. Right here. Let me go. Let me just slow down and do it again. How about that? Let me take my time. I don't need to rush. Yeah, I was getting ahead of myself. Acts. You got your Bible verse. You got your Bible verse, right? You got to memorize.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Let me see. Whosoever to call on. I'm going to show them. Like 2:19. Okay. Acts 2:21. Whosoever should call on his name, but notice they took it out. Let me show y'all. Acts 2. Oh, y'all can't see it. Right here. They done took it. It's supposed to be a name. Now let me show y'all. The Bible do say prove all things. It said prove it. Let me go to 21. See, these Bible scholars got access to this information, but they don't put it in the Bible. They got Lord. They ain't even got his name here. I look here. You see that? They just done obliterated. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that something? I just learned something myself. They done obliterated that. Now I see why some people is slow about. You see how they done went in there? Let me see. 2:21. Whosoever. And they done took his name out. But you type in Lord in the King James, it's gonna be a name there. Let me see here. 1 Samuel 25:31. First place I spotted. Hold on. First Samuel 25 says, how y'all know because the prophecies in the New Testament is coming to pass. That's how you know. That's how you know. If it was a lie, it's going to be a lie all the way. It ain't going to be no half truth. Let me see here. Let me see. Hold on. Just hold on to me. Okay. 2531. I'm typing. I need to slow down. I could have did a Google search now. Yeah. I guess I'm getting to the max. But I could have did a quick Google search. I didn't need let me see here. I did. Since I led y'all right there, I'm going to show y'all that it's a name now. Let me just do a quick Google search. Okay. Let me see here. It's taking me a minute. 1 Samuel 25:28. Hold on. Okay, here we go. All right. Right here. Y'all see this right here? Let me see. Can y'all see that? Yeah. See that? See that? You see that? It's a name right there. And it's in all caps. It's in all caps. Yahweh, Yahuwah. Ain't no J in Hebrew, Latin, or Greek. I just want to show y'all that. It's a name right there. But when you go over here, let's see, Acts, 25? Let me see, go back. Acts chapter 2. Right here. They got a cap right here, but they done took the name out all completely. Notice, these Greeks, they promote their gods and look at what they do to the Most High name in the Bible. And they mix it with paganism. So yeah, let me go to Joel right quick. Joel chapter 2, verse 30. And then don't forget your verse. I got you. I ain't forgot. Let me see here. I got stuff I had wrote down.
No, bring it out, Hebrew.
I'm scared.
I'm a visitor, baby. I'm a visitor. Bring it out.
Yeah, I don't want you to think of, I'm trying to.
Hey, I'm just here for support.
Yeah. I appreciate you. Okay. Now this is what he was saying in Acts. Okay. Let me see here. All right. Let me see. Joel chapter 2, verse 30. All right. See, it's the same thing. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see vision, and also upon the servants, upon the handmaid. In those days, let me slow down. I will pour out my spirit, and I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, and fire and pillars of smoke. And the sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and terrible day of Yahweh come. All right. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of you. Now, this is what they're saying in the book of Acts, shall be saved. Now, I bet you it's going to be a name right there, but in the book of Acts, they removed the name, these Greeks and Romans. Look at that, same thing. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of Yahweh shall be delivered. Now, let me go to here in the concordance. Now, Joel chapter 2, verse 32. Let me go to Joel chapter 2, verse 32. Ain't that something? These Bibles.
You said the great and terrible day. I thought they said Jesus was coming back. He was coming back. He was gonna be nice when he come back.
He ain't come back and shake hands, kissing and hugging. I'm gonna play that song on the way out. And look, here's the same thing right here in the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 33. Look here. And it says, and whosoever or everyone who calls on the name of Yahweh. Notice it's a name right there, but if you look in the Greek translation, you saw it. Wasn't no name there. You got Lord there. You see it? Can you see? Yeah, there go the name right there. The book of Acts pulled that from right here, but they didn't pull the name. Ain't that something? Study to show yourself approved. Shall be saved. Will be saved. But when you go over here in the Greek and look it up, I just want y'all to see that. Now, wait, now go on and cock the gun, brother. Go on and shoot. Where you at?
Yeah,
What's
man.
that? Okay.
The judgment, you speaking on the judgment.
Yeah.
You can go to I think did you hit Joel 3:19, right?
I can hit it again. Go on and give your take on it. Ain't no problem.
Let me see. I don't know if I know you went to Joel, I just don't remember what chapter you was in.
No, I didn't hit 19.
Okay, look
You
at
said
Joel chapter 3 and verse 19, and we'll precept that.
Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't hit that one. Don't forget don't let me forget your video you showed me.
Okay.
You see,
Yeah,
you see how I be talking? I'm about to forget about it.
Hey, I'm just going with the flow. I'm going with the flow, Hebrew.
Okay.
Get that Joel 3:19 for me. Read it for me. I'm driving.
Okay. Egypt shall be a desolation.
Wait a minute.
Edom,
ain't we in Egypt and Sodom?
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they shed innocent blood in their land.
That's right.
But Judah shall dwell forever. That's why y'all can't wipe us out. And Jerusalem from generation to generation. For I will cleanse their blood.
Forever. That's the same thing. Forever.
Forever. That's it. For I will cleanse their blood. Don't worry about that. The master raping blood in your blood. Don't worry about that. You should be more focused on the spiritual part anyway. For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for Yahweh dwelleth in Zion. Think about that. He already knew we was going to be some raping and stuff going on.
That's right.
So don't worry about that. Somebody telling you who you ain't. Don't worry about them.
Hey, you can precept that with Jeremiah 25. Look at verse 15 and then skip down to 33. Jeremiah 25, 15, and 33.
Okay. For thus says Yahweh, the God of Israel, unto me, take the wine cup of his fury at my hand, and cause all the nations to whom I send thee to drink it. And 33.
Fury. They got to drink that cup of fury.
Ooh.
All right. Now read that 33.
33. And
we need a bomb at the end of this one, but go ahead.
And we need Mike's sound effect for this one.
Yeah.
And the slain of Yahweh shall be at that day from one end of the earth until the other. I thought he'd come back kissing and hugging.
He ain't coming back to shake hands.
And the slain of Yahweh shall be at that day from one end of the earth until the other end. They shall not be lamented, neither guarded nor buried. They shall be dung upon the same way they did us. Dung upon the ground.
Boom.
There it is. That's how they did us. Yeah, all them lynching photos. Wasn't nobody there to lament our death. Wasn't nobody there to bury us. The birds ate us. The flies blowed us and all kind of stuff. Maggots. Yeah. So when you read over this, when they get to drinking that cup, don't feel sorry for these devils. The birds is coming to eat, and it's going to be clean up on them heathens.
It's going to be a great feast. It's going to be a great feast in that day.
Yep. I think I see a precept in Revelation.
Bring it out.
Let me see here. Let me see. Is that Revelation or Jeremiah? Remember that wine cup of that cup of wrath in Revelation?
That fury, yes,
That's
sir.
that's what he pouring out. That's what he pouring out, them bowls. That's what he pouring out. What you just read?
Pouring out that fury.
He sure is. Let me see. I can't find it. I don't know where it's at, but I know it's in Revelation. If not, I could do a Google search. That'll help me. That Google really help faster than this. I gotta step my game up. Let me see here. Let me Google search it.
Isaiah 66 and 16 talk about it too.
Yep. Isaiah 66 and 3. Revelation 19:15. And out of his mouth goes a out of his mouth goes a sharp sword with which he smite the nations. It don't sound like no kissing and hugging. He shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness of Almighty Yah. See?
That's right. Hey, go ahead and pull that Isaiah 66.
Okay, y'all can't even see that. Okay. Isaiah 16:15. There it is. Right
Isaiah
there.
66, 66,
Okay.
15, and 16.
Isaiah 66. And what verses?
15 and 16.
Behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots, unidentified flying objects that somebody don't know no better, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. The sun shall be turned to darkness. And then what letter is talking about fire and vapor smoke? Oh, yeah. I see the future, and it's looking fiery. And by fire and by his sword, will Yahweh be pleased with all, I'm going to read it verbatim. Will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
All praise to the Most High.
Yeah. Y'all that's not obeying the Most High, I see fire in your forecast. I see blood in your forecast. I see plagues and everything else. Oh, y'all can't see this. Here it is, right here. I looked up at the TV and saw the screen hadn't moved. Isaiah 66, 15 and 16. Let me play your video. I guess I don't think, yeah. Let me see. I think I done showed everything, shared everything. Let me see. Yeah, look to the heaven, but don't worship that stuff. Okay? Let me share this video. This old Nephilim-looking woman.
Yeah, that's her. You finna see him?
Right, handing out.
Finna see it?
All right, so it's come to my attention that these Black Hebrew Israelites went to Rosebud, my reservation, during a children's Easter egg hunt, handing out these ridiculous.
Now, if you're a so-called native, why are you worried about Easter eggs?
And then look, you see how she trying to hide that damn 16 head behind them comments at the top. Hey, she know that thing long, but it's gonna show in a minute. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Ridiculous flyers promoting the genocide of indigenous peoples right on our own reservations. Not only that, they showed up armed and were flashing their pieces around just so no.
Now, I don't believe that.
No, she was proven to be a liar. The police came out there and didn't nobody have no guns.
Because I don't know, I don't see them guys. I watch checking video. I don't see them guys brandishing nothing. If you now that don't mean they ain't got it, but it ain't wise to show what you got. You hear me?
That's right.
Yeah, that's why I don't believe that. Where your evidence at?
Nobody would approach them and try to kick them off. Where are our men? From what I hear, there were only 2 men there. The police responded slowly. This can't happen. We need to stand together. We are Lakota. We are strong. We are warriors. Our ancestors would never allow this.
And she done been in the military, so she done fought. But anyway, all right.
Hebrew.
Get them the hell off of our reservation.
When have you seen anybody that looked like her be a warrior?
Yeah.
And that's probably bought right there. That dog tag probably bought from a store.
Oh.
Just for that video.
Oh, well, she, really, she's a European anyway, so she
That's
right at
all she
home.
is. That's all. A
$5
Neanderthal.
Indian.
A Neanderthal. That's all she is.
Let me show you. Yeah, let me.
I want you to get a shot of that 14 head.
Okay, hold. Hold on. I'm trying to show y'all using their own words. Using their own words.
I had a picture of her in my phone. When I first saw this video last year, I screenshotted that forehead.
And out of their own words, the original Americans, a native of America, originally applied to black folk. Let me translate that for y'all. Aboriginals are copper-colored races. But look, they the only people that can find other people and not be kidnapping or genocide. Found here by Europeans. Black folks were so lost that the Europeans had to find us. Anyway, okay, let me
reservations. Warn the other reservations that this shit is going on. Ban them permanently. Who are they to go to a children's Easter egg hunt promoting indigenous genocide, false narrative?
Now, what's her claim that they're promoting indigenous genocide? If she's talking about cultural heritage, by definition, the fact that you got a European colonizer's church on your property is genocide.
Hebrew,
Huh?
when have you seen our people genocide anybody?
Nobody. No, I haven't.
But look, but she loved Esau, which is the person that did genocide the real Native Americans of this country. Yeah. She loved him.
Yeah.
She loved him. but see, it's the fear. It's the fear of the truth coming out. It is what brings the hate out in these Edomites. Because that's all she is. She ain't nothing but an Edomite Hebrew. Look at her.
Right. Right. And she acting like them. So.
And toting weapons where there are children. And they were obviously prepared to use them. Here's a clip.
Look how she gaslight.
What a gun at?
And where you see a gun at?
I don't. And even if they had a gun, do that white woman right there look scared? I call her white. That's another $5, but does she look scared?
Hey, look like she out there petitioning for a baby daddy. See all them big, strong Hebrew men out there? She out there trying to find a stepdaddy.
Now that's why I don't believe that chart. That chart, them ain't us, but hey, they lying on them though. You hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, and that's the reason why I don't believe in it. That's the reason why I don't believe in it either, Hebrew.
I could pull up two.
Because if you gonna go out there and talk to them people right there and say that those are Israelites right there, I can't ride with you.
Yeah, them folks ain't.
I can't ride with you on that. I can't ride with that.
They don't even fit them prophecies in the Bible. But yeah, they not gonna lie on them though. We ain't gonna let you lie on them. They ain't out there with no gun. Now if they was out there with guns, I'd be like, yep, they out there with guns. That's how I be. But he got anything else, brother?
No, that's it, Hebrew.
All right. Shalom. I got another one.
Family.
I'll talk to you behind the scenes. But all right, family, we enjoyed y'all. Huh? Y'all remember?
I said, okay.
Y'all remember the most. Hey, he ain't coming back to shake hands, kissing and hugging. We know that's what they want. But the Most High don't love them.
Messiah, the Master, coming back as this guy who's going to love everybody and rapture everybody off to heaven. That's not true. That's not the teaching of the Bible. The Bible says, that he does judge and make work.
All praises to the Father and His Son, the creator of the universe. Yeah, the giver of the laws and commandments, crucified for the sins of the whole earth. But y'all don't pay him no mind, y'all don't pay him no homage. I ain't tripping on him, y'all don't love him. Y'all too busy worshiping other guys, Christmas, Easter, Valentine, yeah, y'all love sin. And these pastors ain't no help, they done closed up the doors to the kingdom. Matthew 23 and 13, tell me y'all some hypocrites, y'all ain't even getting in the kingdom. And that's real. I've been walking with the word, trying to get to know the word. Another word, I've been reading script. Come to find out, it's a different story when you understand the manuscript. It is false doctrines, all lies. Like going to heaven when we die. What else? Like eating catfish and pork rinds. That's abomination in the Lord's eyes. You gotta unlearn and relearn everything that you did learn about the Most High God of these scriptures, and you better do it before He return. Cause He ain't coming back to shake hands. Nah, kissing and hugging. No, He coming back to set the record straight. Come on, He coming back to pass judgment. Yeah, cause He ain't coming back to shake hands. He ain't kissing and hugging. No, He coming back to clear the controversy. He coming back to pass judgment. 7 trumpets, 7 vows. Right after Jacob see his trouble, it's coming. He said the whole world gon' bow. Whether you hate him or you love him, it's coming. Got a war, you ain't keeping His commandments, you gon' perish when He come back with His army and the sword. Judgment has been handed down to Him from the Father, and the title has been given Lord of all lords. You've been worshiping in vain though, cause you don't really know Him like you claim so. At the day of judgment, He gon' tell you He don't know you either. And to the liquor fires, where you gon' go? All you heathens and you Edomites. Yeah, Babylon gon' die that night. Talk a takeover, full overthrow. The man of sin, he gon' burn slow. What you know about blood up to the horse's bridle? He gon' call all the fowls of the earth to come feast on the dead bodies, laying every word. You can read it, you been sinning, you ain't gon' be spared. I've been reading, you should get prepared. Yeah, I've been reading, baby, you should be scared. If you thinking the Messiah is a white boy with blue eyes and blonde hair, that's deception at its highest. He gon' judge you with the highest when you kick against the laws and the commandments. That's the covenant, I'm standing on it. 10 toes down, ain't no use in playing on it. You gotta unlearn and relearn everything that you did learn about the Most High God of these scriptures, and you better do it before He return. Cause He ain't coming back to shake hands. Nah, kissing and hugging. No, He coming back to set the record straight. Come on, He coming back to pass judgment. Yeah, cause He ain't coming back to shake hands. He ain't kissing and hugging. No, He coming back to clear the controversy. He coming back to pass judgment. And I saw heaven open, and behold a white horse, and He that sat upon Him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness He doeth judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on His head were many crowns, and He had a name written that no man knew but Himself. He was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and His name was called the Word of God. And the armies which were in heaven followed Him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of His mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it He shall smite the nations, and He shall rule them with a rod of iron. And He treadeth the winepress of fierceness and of wrath of God Almighty.